G'day, my name's Brett Blake and I'm a D-grade comedian from Melbourne. I love motorbikes and I love the Finke Desert Race, and it's been one of my goals to meet the king of the Finke, David Walsh. My only mission was to not freak out and look like a fanboy or look like a dickhead in front of my hero. Guys, exciting day. We're here with the king of Finke, David Walsh. Congratulations, mate.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on the show.
Mate, I'm so excited. I was frothing. I'm a full nerd. I sit in front of the TV, then I have my little data sheet going, and I've been staring at you in the desert for about 4 years now. Tell us through the weekend, how did it go? You won, but how did you feel throughout the race? Did you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was a pretty wild weekend. I got to do the double and race in the trophy truck as well. And,
yep.
Yeah, the bike, I mean, I knew in prologue I wasn't going to have the speed to sort of be on the front grid with them other guys. And I knew day one was going to be where I had to do all my work and try and catch them and make a good run.
Because in prologue, I think you were sitting fourth.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's still in a good spot. And I was like, day one, when he hits the sand, I know you're going to be catching up some time. And first on day one, wasn't it as well?
Yeah, got to Finke day A1 in first place, and lucky enough to have a 2.5 minute buffer on second. So,
yeah.
And day two was just about coming home safe and smart.
So is this the first bike you had a win on?
Yeah, so this is the 2019 bike. It's pretty special to me. I was pretty lucky to be given this bike from North Star Pastoral and KTM Australia, and those guys really helped me out. And it's the first one, and it'll mean the most to me for out of all of them. To be honest, it's pretty special.
And what does this bike mean to you, Walshy?
Yeah, so this one's one of the faster models we've got here.
That's probably more my speed, you know?
On a mission, 4 times King of the Desert. Can he do it?
When you came through the line, when you went one of those berms, did you nearly have a little bit of a spill there? I was watching on the TV freaking out. I was like, is he mucking around? What's going on?
No, I just cruised through the loop because they put that much water on it. I didn't want to go ring up and be covered in mud for the finish line, you know?
Oh, man, because the commentators, one of them goes, is he going to crash or something like that? And the other one pipes in, he's like, he's the king of the desert. He doesn't crash, you know? So... Doing the double for the first time, obviously for people who don't know what the double is, you're in a buggy or a bike, buggy or trophy truck, straight to the end, helicopter back, then back on the bike. How was that, like physically preparing for that? Was that crazy?
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous that I thought maybe it would take a bit out of my body, but I was actually very surprised that the truck ride on the way down was like a good little warm-up, loosened up the body, and then got on the bike and was...
doing that for another hour and a half.
Yeah, and it was, I couldn't believe it. I felt great after it, and then jumped on the bike and was loose and ready to go. But just unfortunately the truck didn't make it home. We were about 80 k's from Alice, and she stopped, but...
Yeah, I saw that day one, I think you guys were sitting 6th, which was pretty good, you know what I mean? I was like, that's a great result, and then jumping on the bike, and then I was, my missus made me go and get a coffee with her, and I came back and I saw the DNF, and I was like, I've just missed something, so I was really annoyed.
No, we got up into 4th place, and then, the truck sort of let go, which, was no good, but I mean, Smoothie was driving it amazingly, and it was the most fun you can have your clothes on in that thing, because, it's angry, I tell you.
It just flies?
Oh, it was insane. Like,
oh, man.
Sickest experience, eh?
I'm here at the moment doing some comedy for the Melbourne Comedy Festival. I'm a week behind the race. I was so annoyed. I was messaging you like, I should have come up the week before. I was like, my girlfriend would have killed me. But yeah, next year I'm hoping to come up. But could you talk us through maybe like a bit of like leading up to the event? What's the preparation like physically and mentally? How do you prepare for such a big race?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of bike time. It's, the race itself, it's hour 46 one way, and it's a sprint. You're literally on the gas the whole time, and it's something different to anywhere else I've really done any racing. So it's, a lot of bike time trying to get that bike fitness up and ready.
Yep.
And then mentally, because it is such a long, fast race, you just need to be able to stay focused on the track, because it wants to bite you every chance it gets. There's holes, there's nasty shit everywhere, and it's just all about staying upright and getting to the end.
when I shook your hand, I was like, this guy can hang on to a bike at 140 kilometers an hour for 3 hours. That's a strong hand, you know what I mean?
Yeah, big mints. So here we have my race bike from this year. I mean, it's a special kind of beast, and I'm pretty lucky to be sponsored by KTM. We've got the WP suspension, tracks rear shock, cone forks in the front, which GDR here in Alice Springs does for us, and he does an amazing job. We've got the IMS big tank with the dry brake system for all the fast fueling, and yeah, the IMS is just a good setup out here, especially with their rally foot pegs. You know, they really help. A bit wider, a bit longer, and because your feet are always blowing off in the high speed and the heavy sand. I mean, you can't go too far without steg pegs out here in the desert. They're a crucial part of this event. They really just help lock in the legs and stay up on the bike. And we've got a top line seat. It's nice and comfy, bit fatter, bit easier on the backside when you're travelling through big bumps. And I mean, we got the XL rims from JTR. They're a must-have. They're a good package. They're really strong. Take all those heavy hits that we, you know, put them through on the bike out on the track, and then